Hello friends, so far we have realized that the Python is the right course to realize our software career dream. The next step is we have to have right and pragmatic strategy. Whatever may be the strength of the course, if you don't have right and pragmatic strategy, you cannot realize your dream. You cannot expect the ensured benefit out of your endeavor. A strategy is like a route map to reach a destination. If you have a clear route map, you can reach the destination very easily in time. That's why strategically you understand Python. Now, first thing is you have to understand Python. Python, you know that as a programming language. In my view, it is like a banyan tree. Now, you must understand meticulously its tree structure. Then only which course you are pursuing you can understand. Otherwise, it is like a blind person's walk. So, first I am showing you the picture of Python tree. Now you see that Python tree is like this. As I told you already, it supports 10 plus diversified applications. If you see this image, you can find that there is a trunk and there are number of branches. The trunk, in my view, is core Python. Actually, core Java is there. Java developers named certain core part as the core Java. But Python developers didn't name like that. But depending on the nature of the contents, I named it as a core Python. Then only it is a logical division of Python. Core Python is like a trunk of the Python tree. And there are a number of branches and each branch serves a different application. So, without climbing on the trunk, we cannot reach any branch. You cannot take core Python as a simple thing. It covers all core elements which are required to acquire basic employability in a software industry. That point you have to understand. After this, I will explain what are the contents in that. First, let us view what are the diversified applications supported by Python. First one is operating system development, OS development. Second one, programming language development, compiler, interpreter and other allied elements. Third one, business applications. Fourth one, video games. Fifth one, GUI application, graphical user interface applications. 3D images. Embedded systems. Embedded systems means in microwaves, fridges, TVs, etc. Certain embedded programs are there. Those are called embedded system programs, can be developed by Python. Web and internet applications, artificial intelligence, machine learning and data science. I have listed only 11 core items of Python applications. Actually, you need not study all the applications. At the first step, you must study core Python thoroughly, because that is the general which is applicable to all the branches. If you choose any one or two branches without having the core Python knowledge, you cannot study that. Without having core Python knowledge, if you go for any branch, you may do something, but it is like a blind person's walk. You never achieve perfect command over that. That's why I am telling you, now the course what we are taking up is the core Python. Don't underestimate it. It is not basic Python, it is the core Python. So, first you must understand what are the topics we are covering in core Python. Now, I explain what are the concepts we are covering in the course core Python. By that, you can have a clear idea what are the dimensions of core Python, you can understand. You see that here I have given 11 items. The first one is computer and programming basics. Actually, whatever may be the language you study, you must have thorough knowledge of computer and programming basics. In the name of computer common sense, I have explained 25 concepts. So, it is a matter of one day job, only 6 hours of lectures, one day. If you already have perfect knowledge also, just go through everything, it will be like a revision. You must have that knowledge, then only your study in Python will be like a cakewalk. That point you have to understand. The second one is one day wonder workshop, already explained to you. Before entering into formal study of Python, we take up a 6 hours workshop. This is a great motivator. As I told you, it is like a compatibility test. By studying for 6 hours and work out all the programs in this workshop, you can get many benefits. That one, you can understand about our system and strategy. Second one is you can understand about Python language and its simplicity. And mainly you can understand what are the true programming studies. Now, after that, Python lexical structure. Any language, if you have to study any language, first you have to start studying the language is the lexical structure. In that, all the basic elements of Python you will learn. Thereafter, control structures. Next, data structures. These are very core. Python data structures are very simple. They are a list, tuple, dictionary and set, and the corresponding all applications I have given. Thereafter, function oriented programming paradigm, very core, and we perform several applications on that. Thereafter, object oriented programming OOP approach. Actually, function FOP is the subset of OOP. That point you have to understand. First, if you understand FOP, thereafter understanding OOP will be simple. Thereafter, files, modules, packages. Thereafter, exception handling mechanism. 10th is developing FOP and OOP projects in a formal manner. Finally, in one module, I explained all fundas of DBMS, GUI application, networking applications and web programming. Just I have given an introduction, and these are the 11 core items. Actually, if you have to acquire basic industry readiness, this much knowledge is enough. So, just as a matter of 1 month period, if you focus on that, then you 100% you will acquire perfect knowledge over this. Not only conceptually, you can perform hundreds of programs on them. That's why your confidence levels are crystallized. Then you can compete with anybody and you can ensure your first job in the software industry. You cannot expect more than this for acquiring basic employability. Just a matter of one month. Already for completing your course, engineering or some other equivalent, you spend years for acquiring employability. What I advise you, spend 1 month time. If you want to develop confidence over our system, I gave you 6 hours test. Otherwise, after completion of 6 hours one day workshop, you can decide whether to pursue course or ignore it. Now, I want to give you a pragmatic study plan. Actually, you may not believe that how we can complete this many of content in a span of 30 days. Actually, this is the power of our system, Ekalavya University. Now you see, you understand the entire structure. Actually, this course for Python is divided into 20 chapters. All 20 chapters together cover 400 concepts, and they are supported by 300 programs and projects. All this I have given 60 hours of lecture. The meticulous explanation, 60 hours of lectures I have given by covering all the concepts, not only concepts but also programs. So now I give you a plan like this. Actually 30 days program I am giving you. Daily you are supposed to work 6 hours a day. How it is possible? Actually daily 2 hours, watch 2 hours of lectures. 2 hours of watching 2 hours of lectures, you may require around 3 hours. Okay. Now thereafter, simply watching lectures, your job is not over. Then you have to practice. For practicing purpose, another 3 hours are required. Totally 6 hours. 6 hours now for 30 days. You work like this, then you first complete the core Python. Thereafter, your confidence level, self-confidence levels are enriched because you are at industry-ready programmer at basic level and you can compete for your first job and you can ensure that. Nobody is having better knowledge than this. Thereafter, once I am talking about your first job and basic employability, with this one month of your endeavor, you can acquire 100% basic employability and you can ensure your first job in the software industry. And I never say this is the end of that. Thereafter, if you want to advance and all that, there are 11 types of diversified applications. Then you take up 1 or 2 applications which are in more demand. Then they may take another 2 months time, provided you have a perfect knowledge, perfect command over the core Python. That point you have to understand that. And here you may misunderstand me in one aspect. Actually, this is meant for the people who are full-time study the course. That is not true. Actually, for the people who can, for the student who can spend full-time, I prescribe this program. Suppose if you are a college goer or office goer, you make out your customized plan according to your leisure time. You can make out your plan. Then I advise you one thing, at least weekly monitoring you must make, and then only you can progress properly, and within a time frame you can complete the course. For everybody, the general advice is whatever time you may take and all that, you must finish it within the time frame. If you take a longer time, you cannot derive the ensured benefit out of that. One thing I am telling you, actually the programming is such a powerful thing because immediately you get the result. Once you start getting result, then it acts like a driving force in you. Already I told you one thing. If you start enjoying a program, these 6 hours, 6 hours, you can make 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours also. You never sleep because programming is such an interesting and powerful. But you must know one thing. Actually, learning curve is described with three norms. One is grape, second one is banana, third one is coconut. Grape we can simply swallow. Banana we have to peel off and eat. As far as coconut is concerned, we have to break it and scrap it, then only you can eat. But as far as programming languages are concerned, other norm is there, that what I created is jackfruit. No doubt learning programming languages is like eating jackfruit, peeling of jackfruit and plucking the rails. But you never face the trouble because I am providing you peeled of jackfruit to you. I am providing almost arils to you. That's why you can study it like eating banana. It is not a big thing and all that. That's why 100% within the time frame of 30 days you can complete that. Otherwise, You can make out your plan according to your convenience. Only one thing I am telling you, within the time frame you finish the program. Once you complete this core Python, you think differently, you feel differently, you can crystallize your confidence and your body language is improved like anything. This is my promise.